Hello, I'm Micks Mowers and welcome to my channel. In today's video, on this very, very cold Wednesday afternoon in not quite so sunny Bognor Regis, I've got the parts I've now ordered from Amazon turned up to go in my mother-in-law's diesel heater, because I'm going to be fitting a diesel heater into my mother-in-law's room from it outside, blowing indoors. I had some diesel heaters up for review, which I have reviewed and done. I've now taken that diesel heater apart, put it into a big tote, made it my own, how I want to do it with my own specs, so it's fully waterproof, ready for the winter. And I've got most of it built. I'm going to show you that in 2 seconds. Bits I bought are some anti-mice mesh, stopping any mice getting in, some 90-degree angle small exhaust bits, a 3-meter extension lead for the LCD, and some battery terminal bits and pieces for the battery. So I'm going to be powering this off of a 12-volt battery, which is being supplied via a mains trickle charger off the mains. That's the idea. I've got so far, and I had to stop because I come across some little issues with my exhaust that I wanted to get sorted before I moved on. So it's a little bit of a delay, but it's just in time because we just had some serious weather coming in, storms and temperatures just below zero. So the perfect time to get done. I've also got to get on and drill the hole through my mother-in-law's wall with a 3-inch core bit off of my SDS drill. I'm going to be drilling a pilot hole all the way through first, and then you can then drill with a core bit with a drill inside that as well. That way the drill bit doesn't move around. So we're doing a quick little pilot hole first. Now I have scanned the area where the drill bit's to go. It says there's no cables on the scanner. I have checked the other wiring, see where the other wiring sockets go, and they say they're going either up or down. They're not going to a left or right. So hopefully we'll be okay. What I'm going to be doing is I should turn the power off initially in the whole house, drill through the hole, and then go outside and drill from outside and then through to the main building. And then I should have a quick inspection before I turn the power back on. That's the idea. But these little scanners you get, some, they're great for plasterboard stuff and for finding studs, but they're not quite so good for the old brickwork stuff. I have found that. But as it's a bit hit and miss, I think the biggest problem people have is when they drill through stuff with the power on, but I should turn all the power off. Got my diesel heater up and running now. That's all running, and keeping the temperature nice and warm. It was 5.3, it's now 7.3, and I've been in there about 4.5 minutes. That's already picked up 2 degrees, so that's nice. Let me show you what I've got going on in the diesel heater tub and where I'm going to be making my changes, and then we'll go from there. So if this is your first time watching Micks Mowers and hit your subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be notified next time I upload a video. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty, and let's try and get this diesel heater installed outside my mother-in-law's building, so she'll be nice and toasty warm this winter. So this is my setup. Exhaust coming out the side, extra venting just coming out down the bottom here. Let me show you where the venting is, and this is for the air intake. So there's a venting coming in there, and then inside the diesel heater, or diesel heater compartment itself, I've got a waterproof container with a lip on it. There it is, and remote control there, and it's going to be powered off of a 12-volt system. So there's my battery, and fuel tank is there, diesel heater, mains, all the rest of it. So I just got to sort out the exhaust today. Here's my battery charger, just here. Battery charger's here, which we plugged into the mains and then crocodile clipped onto the actual battery itself. So that's all okay. But my problem is actually the exhaust down here. That was the first initial problem I had, where it's quite a tight space. So I bought these smaller exhausts to go to bridge that gap, and I'm hoping I can bridge that gap successfully enough, then wrap it and then put it onto my my exhaust attachment I've bought. So first thing to do will be to remove the exhaust I've got on there, which is just I had just for test purposes. Let's just remove that. And then in my box of many things I bought, you've got these 2 little tiny exhausts here and here. Now they come with Jubilee clips. Now the idea is, of course, is that that's going to go through here, onto there. Now I might have to cut a little bit off just so I can bridge the gap. Cool, that's not far out. And that's how much is now left to come out. Let me just show you that. Let me take it off the amount. There it goes. So that's now the exhaust coming through, as you can see. Only a small piece. That goes all the way in. And that's how much is left. So all I now have to do is get my exhaust attachment and put that onto there. And hopefully that'll be good. So let me just grab my attachment and then we'll go from there. I may have to cut a little bit off, we shall see yet. And we'll see how we get on. Right, so exhaust now on. Just got to wrap it on the inside, all Jubilee clipped up, nice and snug, nice and tight. Well happy with that. Next thing I'm going to do is just put the battery terminals onto the battery. Now I bought these ones because they've got little tiny attachments so I can just link up the wires on here. So no big dramas there. And then my crocodile clips can just bite onto one of these and that'd be more than sufficient. So I could just put some rings on the 12-volt one, but I might leave them as crocodile clips and go from there. Let me get this fitted to the battery. I'll come back once I've done that. Right, that's the battery terminals now fitted, positive and negative, red and black. Obviously now I've got to get my wires, which are going to come off of my main supply, and I'm then going to run that onto the 12-volt and go from there. And as you can see, that's it now, all core drilled, all done. I've inspected the cables and there's no cables been hit, so we're well happy with that. Didn't take long at all. Nana's in there now just hoovering up. Hope she's not getting changed, Nana. Yeah, let me see if she's in there. Nana! Nana! Yes. Right, so with that bit now done, I can now bring up the diesel heater and we'll start to install it. Extension lead and control lead to go in alongside the heating pipe. That won't be a problem, but I will be finding a separate route for that at some time. So this is just temporary for tonight, and then tomorrow I might just get a slightly larger drill bit just to sneak in alongside, so I can then drill through and have the cables coming out at a separate point. That'd be better. I might just heat wrap the cables as well, just so they've got a bit of heat wrap around them so they are protected. But as you can see here, this diesel heater's on and you can touch that with no problems. Okay, it's not that hot, but I'm going to heat wrap it anyway just to stop any problems. Then I should just, as I say, reroute the cables slightly different anyway. So let's get the diesel heater in place and then we'll go from there. Right, so we're making progress. Diesel heater's now in place. I've got the pipe through, but the hole is really snug. It's about a 3-inch hole and a 3-inch pipe, so I have to crimp the pipe slightly just to make it fit, and then I'll open it up. Put the drill down. Open it up the other end, like so. So I've got it through, as you can see. Just now have to open the pipe back up the other side so I can guarantee there's airflow going through, because it's like slightly folded. So so now what I've got to do is just pull it back slightly, hook it up, make sure it's all open, and go from there. And then I'm going to drill another hole for the power supply. I can't get, as you can see, this hole is really snug, really snug. Okay, nothing's going to get into there at all. Could have done with like a 3 1/4 inch hole, really, in all honesty, because now I've got to feed my electrics elsewhere. But now you can see I've got most of it in. Just now I've got to hook up my pipe to there and just make sure that there is actually a gap in here for the airflow. It's got to come back to me slightly Not a lot, but as you can see how tight it is, so I've got to just be very, very careful, don't pull it all the way back through again. And I go from there. Right, so what I've done is I've drilled a hole this side here to take the power cord. I'll drop it down and then back up so that no water creeps in. I've opened up the pipe inside the hole so we get plenty of flow going through there. So I've drilled a hole and now I've got a piece of rod which I'm now going to tape up the power cable nice and thin because I don't want it to escape too bad. So put that in there and then we're going to snug these around and hopefully with a little bit of perseverance we can get this to sneak up in the hole and bring the power cord indoors. Go nice and high so it gets a good grip of this cable. That's not brilliant. I might go again the other way. The higher up you go, the better. Get a good grip around it. Now you can't just pull it through because you've got two skins of the wall to go through. So I'll just concentrate and make sure I get plenty on. We'll try and get this to go through. Now the drill bit I used should be big enough to take it. That seems to have got it. Right, the cable should now be all the way through. So I'll go back to the other side, put the plug on. Right, so now my cable that I've just drilled a hole is now through, and this is Nana's little room that she lives in. It's her little hidey hole, her little piece of heaven, as you may call it. And my Nana, she's just there. She is, look. And as you can see, she's all wrapped up. How many layers you got on? 55?
Yeah, about.
More layers than a flipping onion. And it's probably I'm sweating like a pig. But my little Nana, she does feel cold, don't you, darling?
Yeah, I do.
You do feel cold. So that's the reason why I put my diesel heater in here. Is for her. It's only a 5-minute job. But I have been promising this for about 3 weeks, and literally the weekend I want to do it, Mrs. P says to me, "Are you busy this week?" I'm like, "Yeah." Remember, Nana?
Yeah.
I had it all planned out in my head what I was going to do, and then I had jobs to do. And we all know that being a man of the house, we all get jobs to do, and you've got to do them. If you don't do them, you get in lots of trouble. So, what we're going to do now is I'm just going to power this up. The socket's going to be over here, just behind Nana's bed. Or there's actually, there's extension. I don't like to go extensionally to extensionally, Nana. That's not a good thing. That can cause problems. Yeah, I think we'll go over there where we said we're going to go, and we'll go from there. So let me get all this off. It's going to take me an hour to get this off. I'll get the plug on, and then I'm going to power it up. I'll go back outside. We'll power it all up, and then Nana can then hoover the dust up. Nana, that'll be your job. And then we can at least power it up tonight, because Julie's got flipping cold again tonight. Now Nana's got a big brand new double skin radiator. I put it in it, or I got it put in there for it, and that's improved it loads, hasn't it? Yeah. But being a flat roof and external to the build, she does feel it. So let me get some done. I'll come back to you. Right, time's knocking on. We're getting dark in about half an hour, so I need to get a move on. So I'm going to make the executive decision. We're going to run it via the app tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to plug in drill another hole for the LED doodad. Right. So for tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the LED display. I'm going to drill another hole for that. So we're going to be using the app for now. So I'm just literally just powering up the battery. We get that powered down, and then I can then put my crocodile clips onto the battery, which will then continually charge the battery. That's all on. She's with me, darling. Yeah, she's with me. That's Mrs. P. So we'll bring the LCD display. That can come in for now. That'll be powered up tomorrow because time is ticking on. Go down there out the way. This is all the cool side of things. So now I can bring my power cord supply in, and that's going to have to go over this cool side. I don't want it nowhere near the exhaust. Okay, that going down there. Now I'm going to feed that in via the tub in a minute. I'm going to take this connection off, and I'm going to feed it in via the tub. Put my mic right around here actually, and just drill a hole just below this lip, so that I can bring it in and it won't cause a problem. In fact, I'm going to do it now. Let me just drill a very small hole in here, just under this lip, so no water can get in, and I can bring that cable in, and it coming from around the back. So let me get that done quick. Right. So I've now brought the lead in from just around here. I'm going to have this facing down so no water can climb up into there. I'm going to put my battery terminal on so we get a decent 12 volt feed off of that. That's now powered my battery charger. I'm now going to turn on my 12 volt supply, bring that well away from the exhaust. I'm just going to let that stay there for now, because I need to make sure that my battery charger is going to be charging this. So just to double check, I've got main supply coming in, plugged into my battery charger, trickle charging, battery there. This should now be ready to power. There's diesel in now, I think. Yeah, full tank of diesel, I think. Should have filled it up. Yeah, I did. So now, considering we had a test run the other day, I'm now going to seal this down. And now we're ready for the fire up. Right, so just to recap. Device is all now set up, it's all plugged in, 12 volt. The mains is connected to the charger is connected to the battery is connected to the diesel heater. It's all fused, so nothing can go wrong in that respect. The LCD is going to be left inside the unit for now, and I'll control it via the app or via the key fob, one or the other. Okay. Nana's looking a little bit like sort of bewildered. So now it says H calorie connected. It says connected. We click on the app and it says standby, and the red thing says high altitude. Okay, well, we're not high altitude, we're right level with the sea, aren't we? So I'm going to turn off the high altitude feature. We don't need that. And now all I'm going to do is now I'm going to push the heat button. See that heating button there? It says heating.
Right.
See it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit the heating button and it says activate device, cancel or confirm. Confirm. That's it. So now what will happen is I can already feel cold air being drafted
Yes, you can.
under my foot.
Yeah.
Okay. Within 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, that will be red hot. Okay. Current temperature inside Nana's room, and this is why we have it, is 15.5.
I got 21 up there.
15.5. That's what it says.
So that one there, my clock's up.
It's not 21 degrees in here, sweetheart. Trust me. If it's 21 degrees in here, you'd be sat in here in just your pants.
Yeah. So I have to alter that.
There's an image for you. So that will now go through its startup period. Okay. It's in gear mode. It's all working. That'll be tapping outside. You won't even be able to hear that. Okay. So we're going to give that 2 or 3 minutes. It's on number 10 at the moment. It goes from 1 to 10. Okay. There you go. And within 2 or 3 minutes, that starts to blow heat. Now you might get the odd smell of diesel coming in first. Only because I carried it up here. It will last for about 30 seconds. If it's not strong, it's not overpowering. But we have just bought also, Nana, a nice new carbon monoxide tester and alerter, which I've tested and it works. So let's now just give that 2 or 3 minutes just to sort of go through its fire up phase. I'll come back to it once I've done so. I'll bring my thermometer gun in to see how much temperature you're getting out of it, and then we'll go from there. Nana looks more nervous than me. Right, so there's already one complaint already. She says she's too hot.
very warm.
It's very warm. It's on number 10. What did we say it was? We said it was about 15 degrees in here before we started the machine up, and now it says it's 19.3. Look at that. It don't lie. This has been running what, 5 minutes? 5 minutes, if that. Maybe 10 at a push. But it's nice and warm on Nana's feet. She like it, don't you, Nana?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not going to show you her feet. She's got a thing about her feet. She's got a feet fetish. But the idea of this is, Nana, is that you're in bed, get up in the morning, turn it on, number 10, full belt, 5 minutes, just whilst you're waking up. Once you're up, you can then turn it down to number 1 or number 4, whatever you want, and have it ticking over until you're ready to come out. Because Nana always just struggles mainly first thing in the morning. And like I say, first thing she does in the morning is go out, turn the heating on full belt, and then come back in here again and shut the door, just to warm up. That's not fair on her. So I thought, for the sake of a little 20 diesel litre, which H Calorie have supplied me for nothing, and I bought a load of tools, bits and pieces for about 100 quid. That's now chucking out heat.
That is chucking out.
It is chucking out heat. Nana's going to be in just a bra and pants in a minute. Right, let's see how much heat you're throwing out with Nana. Let's have a little look. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's red hot. I can't put my hands there. Ah. Oh, I can't get my hands there to get a decent reading. That's hot. Oh, I saw 90 then. I can't even get my hands there to get... Well, there's 68 points, but I can't even get my hands there near it to get a decent reading. 50s, it's hotter than 50, I know it is. I just can't literally get my hands anywhere near it. 97.8. 97.8 coming out of there. That's red hot. 97.8. 20 degrees in here. It's 20 degrees in here, Nana.
That's lovely.
All right. Let me go get Mrs. P and see what Mrs. P thinks how warm it is in here. So let me go out. Riley! Riley! Just get Mrs. P. Where's Mummy? On the bath. Right, okay. We'll get Mrs. P in a minute. 2 seconds. Right.
So a comfortable heat would be...
What's that? Are you sweating? My Nana, right? She's always complaining how cold it is, right? What's that, girl?
What?
You a bit warm?
Yes, it's a bit
The reason Nana is warm, that heat has been running for about 15-20 minutes now on full belt, and it was 15.3, 15.5, and it is now a very cosy 23.1. That's hot. That is hot in here. I don't care what anyone says, that's warm in here, girl.
warm, yeah.
Hey?
That is warm.
Right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the heating down. So I'll go onto the H Calorie app. Now hopefully it'll find it. Now this will work so much better once the control panel is inside. Okay, it says it's in running gear, so it's picked it up on my side, but I'm going to try and turn it off using the where do I put it? The remote. Let me find the remote quick. Number 1. One will just be a nice steady flow coming through. Just chat to Nana, because my Nana, she's normally complaining it's too cold in the house.
Yeah.
But what's up, girl? Warm.
That's warm.
It's warm. 15.3 in here when I first started. It's now 23.3. That's how warm it is in here. 90 odd degrees coming out of that blower. In fact, it was last check I did. I won't do it. Won't tell me. It was about 9 degrees, but I can't put my hand in front of it, right? So now what we're going to do? Now I'm going to try and turn it off via the key fob. You can use this little key fob here. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I know you'd like that, but we're going to get you using the app or the control when I fit the control in, because Nana's not good with apps. She doesn't like an app, but I do. So what I'm going to do is, there it is there. It's found it on mine. Just now got to turn it down. So now on here, Nana, you've got on, off, up and down. Can't go wrong. But the problem is you won't know how low that's going. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll try and control it with this app now. So with this key fob, so I'm going to just go to the negative button, and you should see that number there, Nana, change from 10 to 9. Is it going to do it or not? Yeah, 9. There you go. It's gone down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now it's on setting number 1 now, okay? So that will now run right down. It will still be the same heat coming out, just not as fast, okay? Or what you can do now is just turn it off. What would you rather do, on or off?
Leave it on for a bit.
Leave it on for a bit. See, I just don't want you cooking.
No, I'll open that door and go through there.
What do you mean open that door? Now she's looking to try and get rid of it. Open the window, Nana. It's a bit odd. You curse a day. Curse 23.4 in here now. It's going up. It's just going up all the time. But the advantage with this is also this will actually heat the kitchen as well. You can shut the hallway door, get it red hot in here, and then open the kitchen door up, and all that heat will go out there.
Yeah, then I haven't got it in here.
But then you just shut your door again.
Yeah.
Always got to find an excuse. Now, I've gone through painstaking stuff today to get that done for you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
Any more of your lip, I can get rid of your key fob. So tomorrow I'm going to bring the LCD display. I've got to cut the cable, probably drill another hole. That's the only problem. Drill another hole, and run the LCD in, and then get some 3M pads. Stick that to the side of Nana's chest of drawers here, and then she can just use the app in the morning. Turn it on, turn it off. Using the LCD or the key fob. Probably get to use the screen to show what temperature she's on then. That's been running for about 15-20 minutes. I want to run it for at least an hour if I can, because there's a carbon monoxide tester in the box, and also one here next to your cup of tea. That hasn't gone off at all, and that's all working, and no one's passed out or died yet, have they? No. So is that now not blowing quite as much on your feet?
No, it's not actually.
That's dulled right off now. That's good. Right. So that's now dulled right off. And if I go to the app very quickly, it's 192 degrees inside the combustion chamber, and the ambient temperature, it says it's 16 degrees inside the tub. Yeah, and it's 23.4 degrees inside this room, which is about 10 by 10, 12 by 12, something like that. What do you think, Nana? Honest opinion, you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
She loves it. She loves it.
I love it.
So these are ideal for people, not just the elderly. These are ideal for people who have got a one-bedroom flat, a bedsit, a small room that is just theirs, and if they're responsible for the heating costs, these things are flipping brilliant. You can't go wrong. They just don't like being turned on and off in short term. They like to run very hot. Now, what I will say is, before you turn it off, what they recommend is before you turn it off, you turn it up to full belt, number 10, for about 5 minutes. Okay. And when it gets to when it's been running for about 5 minutes on number 10, then just turn it off and get rid of all the excess fuel. If you turn it off in the lower mode, sometimes they start to smoke. You won't see that because that'll be outside anyway. But we'll go from there. But I'll be monitoring it every morning, every night when she has it on anyway. And just don't go out shopping down at Aldi leaving that thing running.
Well, no.
Yeah, she does that with essential heating. Turns it on and buggers off out for the day.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, thanks my Greg's coffee. That's stone cold. So that's it. There's your video. My Riley boy's here. He wants to get in. He wants to get in on the action. There's a Riley boy. There he is. Look.
Hi, everybody at home.
There he is. He's there. He's getting on everyone's nerves. So that's the video. I'm not going to show you the other bit. I might just come back to a quick little update video on the final setup once I've got the LCD display in. But I have to sort of cut the cable, feed it through, then rejoin it so I can get it in here. But I've got to drill a really, really small hole to get that through the wall. A little bit of silicone just to make sure that no ants and bits and pieces get in there. But yeah, it's nice. That's just ticking over now, Mum. That's lovely. 23.4. Gone up another point of a degree.
Well, yeah.
There you go. So there you go. I'm happy.
Yeah.
It took me about a day and a half to build it, and about an afternoon just to fit it. And the hardest thing was a core drilling. But actually, in all honesty, that core drill I got from Amazon, it made very, very short work of what I was doing. With the SDS drill, that's even better. No smell of diesel? No, can't smell nothing. It's absolutely lovely. So I'm just going to check it tomorrow, make sure all the Jubilee clips are done up and what have you. But if there was a problem, the carbon monoxide sensor would have gone off inside, because the display screen is actually inside the tub. It would have triggered it and it would have told me, no, you can't run it, dangerous, CO2 limits have been reached. But what you can also do to help that is to just give it more ventilation, inside the tub. So I might even do that, just cut some more holes inside the tub, just to give it loads of ventilation, so that tub is as cold as it needs to be. Right, happy. 23.3. Temperature starting to drop now, Mum.
Yeah.
Okay, all the heat's going out into the kitchen. So I'm going to leave Mum to it now.
I'm
It's
happy.
4:30. Not having dinner yet. No doubt Mum's going to make me a nice big bacon sandwich
I'm
now. For
happy.
I know you're very happy.
Yeah.
For keeping it nice and toasted warm. I'll get out of here before you take your clothes off. Yeah. And we'll go from there. So hope you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, hit your subscribe button, whack the old bell.
Ho, ho, ding!
Ho ho ding. That way you'll be told next time I upload another video. And I look forward to you guys next time. Mix Mowers very, very soon. But don't forget, much more importantly,
Merry Christmas, see you. I'm sorry then. Merry Christmas. Stay easy.
take it easy.
Merry Christmas.